The Better Business Bureau receives numerous reports of scholarship scams annually. Multiple reports have already been submitted to BBB Scam Tracker this year. And Lindsay George with the BBB of North Alabama is here to explain how people can spot these scams and avoid being a victim. So, Lindsay, these scammers claim to be from many different agencies and institutions, including the government and universities. But they all kind of ask students to do the same thing. What are these con artists asking students to do?
So in this particular scam, the scammers are posing as financial aid representatives and are asking the students to submit one-time processing fee for scholarships or grants that they may have never even applied for, or either they're saying that they're guaranteed to win. So once you send that one-time processing fee, they're actually having you, when you get ready to wait to receive the money never comes, and so you're out of the money of whatever you sent. And so in another scenario, students are actually receiving checks, but it turns out they're actually fraudulent. But the students are actually sending those taxes and fees to the actual scammer, and so from there, you're out of the money that you sent, and now you're responsible for that bounced check.
And the BBB does have some tips to help prevent people from falling victim to a scam like this. One of them is to be skeptical of unsolicited offers. Why is that?
Right. Typically, when you apply for a scholarship, you usually do it on your own. No one's pressuring you to do it, and it's usually free to apply. And so with that, you want to beware of actually winning something that you never applied for. So make sure when you're doing it, you're doing your research and actually contacting the right officials in terms of finding out whether or not that offer is actually legitimate, because it more than likely probably isn't if you're winning something that you never applied for, so it's almost nearly impossible to win.
And another piece of advice is a reminder to students that they do not have to figure this all out on their own. Who is a good person for them to get in touch with to kind of decide whether or not these scholarships that they're applying for are real or not, or from a reputable source?
Right, so students definitely want to check with their guidance counselors or financial aid representatives when it comes to these scholarship offers, or even with your parents or guardians to find out if the scholarship offer is real before you become a victim of a scam, just to make sure everything is legitimate and lined up in the event that way you can avoid being scammed and actually apply for a legitimate scholarship offer.
All right, Lindsay, thank you so much for these tips. And if you have any consumer questions or concerns, you can contact the Better Business Bureau with their action line number, and that is 256-850-0719. Mark your calendar. This Sunday, a special guest is stopping by the Greater Huntsville Humane Society to help raise money for the animal shelter. And here to explain more about the event is Rochelle Sexton, the Humane Society's Director of Marketing and Communications. So good morning.
Good morning.
And just to start off, tell me a little bit about Jordan's Way that is stopping at the shelter. What do they do, and what is the organization?
Sure. So Jordan's Way is led by Chris Rotunda, and he is based out of Florida. He started this mission of traveling to 50 shelters across the nation to raise money after his rescue dog passed away. Aww. So it is in honor of Jordan, his rescue dog, and so far they have fundraised $3.1 million for shelters across the United States.
Wow.
Yes.
And so tell me about the event that will be happening at the Greater Huntsville Humane Society this weekend.
Yes. So Chris and his team will start this Facebook Live event at 10 a.m. and it will run until 2 p.m. And we have lots of challenges that we are completing. So if you want to dunk our CEO, if you have a boss that you want to have dunked, it's a great opportunity. We're also doing pie in the face challenges. We're doing lock-in. So we, as volunteers, staff, and our board members will actually be locked into the dog kennels to see it from their point of view. And we are raising money for our bailout, and that will all go back to the animals at the shelter.
Wow.
Yes.
It definitely sounds really fun.
Yes.
How can people participate, and how can they donate?
Absolutely. So participation is open. The shelter, for safety reasons, will be on lockdown, but we have a lot of community engagement outside. So you are more than welcome to come out and see Chaos from the Huntsville Havoc will be there from 10 to 12. We have a coffee truck that is based out of Madison. Black Dog Coffee will be there, and then we'll have a lot of games. You can donate on Facebook or on our website, or you can come out in person and be a part of the cheering section on Sunday and donate in person.
Excellent. And do you guys have a fundraising goal?
We do have a fundraising goal. So Chris, the leader of Jordan's Way, has put $20,000 on our target. And if we make that, our CEO, Spencer Batchelor, will be locked in the kennel the whole night.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
will there be any live stream of that?
I think that we're going to make Spencer do the live stream throughout the night.
Oh my goodness.
So he better rest up good on Saturday for
Right,
sure.
Absolutely. And, you know, if, what will the money go toward? What are some of the shelter
So
needs?
the great thing about Jordan's Way fundraiser is that we can accept it as unrestricted funds, so we can place that with many of our programs. We have King's Kitchen, who was a dog that we took care of, and we started a pet food pantry that we do twice a month under his name, and the funds can go to that program. It can also go to Pitchin' Pets, which is our budget for anybody that has extreme medical needs. This week alone, we brought in Rizzo, who has very bad mange, so he's going to kind of be the focus of our Pitchin' Pets probably for the next month or so. So a lot of it is going to go back to the community as well with our programs.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Rochelle, for
Thank you.
joining us. And for more information about the fundraising event, visit WHNT.com.